everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. I'm just relaxing a little bit on a Sunday afternoon to finish off the weekend. It's been a good one. Got some good sun today and now it's nice and cloudy. Oh, I love this kind of cloudy weather for the late afternoon. Should be nice and cool out here. I'll chill out here in the rancho and make some food this afternoon. Anyhow, the talk about today is it's hard work to be raw vegan, or it is for me anyway. It's tough. It's tough being raw vegan. Now when I say it's tough being raw vegan, I don't mean it's tough to sticking to raw. I mean, I can do that standing on my head. I mean, I just love the raw food. I love what I eat, and probably kind of like the people that are in cold weather, they need the heat to warm them up a little bit. Man, I live in this scorching hot weather, so it takes very little to motivate me to stay raw. Personally, I can't even think of it like eating a big bowl of potatoes like I do in the States down here. But anyhow, the reason I say it's hard to be raw vegan, it's not hard to be raw vegan, but it takes work. You know, I feel like I try to do this from a rational and responsible way for me. Like I say, I'll always preempt with this, anything I'm talking about is for me. You are welcome to do raw veganism, not do raw veganism, do it your way, do it however you see fit. That's the great choice we all have. So I'm just sharing, you know, things that I do. But being raw vegan, I'm really starting to read and look at a lot of different sources and try to come at this thing from all different angles, because I don't want holes in my diet. You know, I don't want to be, and this happens a lot. If you don't believe it, go on YouTube, and there's some rational people. I'm not talking about the people that tried being vegan or tried being raw vegan for about 15 minutes and then put out a video, oh, it doesn't work. But there's some pretty rational people out there that have been raw vegan. They don't do raw vegan anymore. There's some long-term raw vegans that address the issue, how to plug in the holes that tend to pop up from being raw vegan. And I try to read a little bit of all of them. I've been watching Brenda Davis videos the last few nights. Actually, I've been watching one over and over, just to kind of like let it sink in. And this is on veganism, but it has a lot of good information on the nutrition and like everything that we need to be taking in. Now, I talk about supplementation, and I'm going to preempt that one too. Every time I watch videos on supplementation and things like that, and there's always the stock response, and it's going to be the same response every time, you know, from people that live on sunshine, air, and fruits and vegetables. Oh, I feel great. You don't need any supplementation. You know what I say to this? If you don't believe you need any supplementation, don't take supplements. I'm not kicking anybody's door down and forcing any supplements down anybody's throats. I'm not going to force anybody to eat. Like I will say over and over, what you eat, what you don't eat, what you supplement with, what you don't supplement with, does nothing to my body. So I just share, you know, the things I learn and study, and you have to make all your decisions for yourself. And who knows? I mean, I will never say, okay, this is right, no, you're wrong. That's why I don't really, if I'm ever in groups and, you know, somebody disagrees with something I say, it's not because I'm like, okay, I'll never address anything that disagrees. I take it in, and I'm like, you know, really, what is there to say? I don't really sit and debate things very much. It doesn't mean I necessarily disagree. I take into account every viewpoint on things. It's just I don't need the, you know, I've kind of been working my way down my path, and I kind of, you know, have a process, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do, just as other people are going to do what they're going to do. But in my process, it's just like I don't want to fall into these nutritional holes. I don't want to have a diet that doesn't include everything. So that's why I'm constantly searching. I'm constantly reading. I'm constantly trying out different things. I try to get as big a variety as possible, because one point that I keep seeing come across, and this was made in Becoming Vegan. That was the talk that Brenda Davis was getting, and I've seen this from a lot of people, that a lot of times you can avoid these deficiencies and holes just simply by eating adequate calories and getting a wide variety in your diet. But I'm always looking into a lot of different things, and there's a lot of things out there. I mean, you know, you've got your minerals. Are you getting all your minerals? I'm looking into making sure that I've got a good ratio between my omega-6s and my omega-3s. You know, I want to make sure that I've got a B12 supplement. I've already told you that one. So I supplement B12. I'm looking into issues like K2. I'm looking into calcium and making sure that I'm getting plenty of calcium, that I'm getting calcium that I can absorb, because, you know, hey, you can play around willy-nilly and do this thing, but if you screw around and you're not getting your calcium and you got these weak bones, well, you know, you're going to start falling apart. We can be vegan. I think it's quite easy to be vegan and not be all that careful with it and thrive for several years, because there's like a lot of people talk about the honeymoon period with vegan. And for raw vegans, there's even, I think it's like you have to even be a little bit more diligent and do your work a little bit more. It's not quite as simple. Hey, I was one of those people in the beginning that just wanted to be like Tarzan and live in the jungle and eat fruits and vegetables and not, you know, that's all I needed to live on. I don't tend to believe that anymore. I tend to believe that we have to work a little bit. I do a little supplementation. I have to make sure that I'm getting, you know, for the protein. You know, I told you, and I mentioned I'm trying to, you know, get a little bit more physical again. So I'm really exploring these sources of protein. I found the other day, we've just, I'm going to have some sprouted lentils tonight. Now I wasn't really aware that we could just sprout the lentils we get down here. So that opens up a whole nother possibility on the protein front, but also on the iron front. You know, I want to get all my iron. The point is, it's none of the specifics. I'm not here to talk about omega-6s versus omega-3s today or any of the specifics. It's just about my process is always studying this, always be anticipating problems that can come up, reading the latest research, reading people that have been doing this lifestyle a long time, listening to people that have been doing this lifestyle a long time. In the world of our YouTube people, it's actually kind of a shame that some of the people that have been doing this lifestyle the longest time are either not making videos or they don't make very regular videos. I like Don Bennett. I like watching a lot of his stuff. He's got a lot of knowledge to share out there. Do I agree with everything he says? Do I do everything like he does? No. But there's nobody out there that I do. But I definitely respect the guy. I mean, I don't even know, I can't even tell you an accurate number, but I know he's been doing this a very long time. Even the raw vegan that's living with me right now has been, and I know I think they told me last night the exact numbers, but they've been vegan for 28 years and have been raw vegan for 23 years. And I'm getting a first-hand knowledge of somebody that's rational, doesn't make a lot of, you know, outlandish claims one way or the other, but I'm learning a lot from this person, and I'm starting to understand the naivety of a lot of people that are raw vegan and what they think, and they just don't have enough experience, enough practical experience to draw on to be making a lot of the claims they are. There's a lot of pitfalls in this raw vegan lifestyle, and I believe we can do it. I've told you guys many times, I'm not committed to being a raw vegan. I'm on a quest for health. I can change tomorrow. I mean, I'm ready at any moment. And it's not like I'm itching to, oh, I'm just looking for an excuse to eat cooked food. If I want to eat cooked food, I'll eat cooked food. I don't have to, I'm not trying to be part of a raw vegan club. What I'm doing right now is working for me. I feel very good. I feel better and better as I learn a little bit more. But I'm ready to change my mind just like that. I've said it many times before. Since I'm also an ethical vegan, I'm vegan for life. Barring any kind of emergency, and you know, everybody always wants to throw in, well, if I get on an island, would I kill an animal? Yeah, I'll go mano a mano, because that's survival of the fittest right there. But I don't think in the practical situations we are today, I'm probably going to get stuck in a place where I'm going to live or die if I don't stay vegan, and I'm going to stay vegan. As far as the cooked, how much cooked, how I'm eating it, that could change, because I'm trying to constantly evolve, constantly learn. And whatever you're doing, whether it's a raw vegan lifestyle, a Raw 4, a starch solution, or just a high-carb vegan, you need to be educating yourself all the time. As I will just keep saying, I'm becoming like a broken record, you know. Educate yourself and get opinions from a lot of different sources. Nothing's going to kill you. I mean, don't be afraid. Like, if you're confident in your knowledge, even if somebody argues with you, you'll still be confident in your knowledge. And if you're not confident in your knowledge after you see a conflicting opinion, well, you know, you have to be able to adapt. Anyhow, I hope this video finds you all very well. Hope you're ready to have a very wonderful, productive week. What are we? Today's the 1st of February. Wow. January's gone. A lot of people, you guys, if you can get through another month or two of this cold winter, you'll start getting a little bit of warm anyway. So hang in there. Have a great week. And I haven't told you this week, but I love each and every one of you. Take care. Peace.